it seems like we're getting some new heroes, some new villains. How are your characters going to be dealing with the new people on the field?
Some of them, like new people, kind of sniffs out people and sort of makes a snap decision about whether they're either good or evil.
Right.
I think. And sometimes he's proved wrong, but he likes to give people the benefit of the doubt.
And Tick gets excited at the mere existence of other people saying they're good.
Yeah.
It's finally some other people.
Yeah, finally some other superhero.
Right.
He gets excited about
Even
that.
if you ultimately sniff them out. Tick starts to get, sort of foggy when people have other motives for why they're doing the job.
Yeah.
I mean, we meet a lot of people who are sort of getting into the superhero business for career reasons. And I think Tick gets confused when people are like, I'm just going to take it easy, have a relaxed Sunday.
Yeah.
There's crime to stop.
But also just the fact that somebody is a superhero. There's one character in particular whose superpower is not revealed, is not hinted at.
Bronze-Star?
Yeah. And I think perhaps even Ben Edlund doesn't know what this person's superpower is.
I think they kind of wrote it out, but there was originally supposed to be a running joke that people kept on saying, you haven't seen him use his power? Oh my God, it's amazing. You'd cut into the conversation with people saying, you gotta see it, it's unbelievable. But he looks like a bronze painted statue man. He looks like a sort of living statue in the park. Right, so he's like a street busker.
Yeah.
They call him Bronze-Star. He's got the crappy, spray painted denim jacket and goggles and the hat.
And Tick's just really impressed with him.
Right.
Just because he's spray painted and he's called Bronze-Star. Tick, that's all Tick needs to know.
But we never see him do anything. And he's just kind of a nice guy.
He is. He's like a sort of, what's that expression, a third wheel? Somebody in the gang who doesn't really add anything, but he's kind of cool.
He's
always
man.
there.
He's very chill. Adam Henry Garcia, who's a very lovely
really
guy.
Funny. He's very
and
funny.
He just plays it with this energy. He's excited to be here. You never know what he does. You never see him do anything. And he just looks like a street performer.
Yeah.
That's the question.
Maybe.
Affability,
yeah.
Graces.
He's got an affability ability.
Yeah. He's good at social. He's like a social lubricant.
Right.
Yeah.
For Arthur too, it's he was such a superhero nerd that a lot of these people he's meeting are people he grew up loving or he's been following their work.
Yeah.
So it sort of feels like when as an actor you get to do a scene with someone you've idolized.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to do your job.
Yeah.
Because you just can't stop thinking oh my God, I'm
oh my God, I'm here with Peter Serafinowicz.
Every day of my life. I do, I'll say I'm, very impressed that I get to work with Peter, a thing I thought I'd never get to do in my career.
Oh, yeah, and then likewise.
But even more than that, I do have a feeling on a daily basis where I'm God, I can't believe I get to do scenes with the Tick.
Yeah.
My mind's first instinct is to think of you as the character and be this is great, I get to talk to the Tick all day. Because Peter's so in it when we're filming that I'm wow, I fantasized about this as a kid. That the Tick would hang out with me.
That is true, though.
Right.
That is true.
And I spent half the day hanging out with the Tick and half the day hanging out with Peter being oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, what a long day.
Oh my God, I want to kill myself.
Just trying to deal with the temperature control.
Yeah.
You're always either too cold or too hot.
It's Wondercon.
You're always too hot.
I'm always just...
Right.
I'm just always, I don't know, on the point of... almost at the point of death. I'm if you play Resident Evil and your health is in the red zone, it's where I am the whole time.
Yeah, I was going to ask if they gotten easier in season 2 to wear those suits.
They totally redid your suit, and they did a couple things, including they built fans into the helmet.
Yeah.
So they could, with a remote control, turn it on, and Peter would have little whirling fans cooling down his brain.
Yeah, which would give me an extra about 6 minutes of consciousness.
Right. It's just a little, it's like a portable battery boost to your cell phone.
So it kind of takes some of the heat from my body and out through these panels at the top. And so we stopped filming.
They'd crack open his head, and it would look like in RoboCop when they take off the helmet, and then you see all the wires,
And then I'd sit there kind of motionless, and then they'd turn the fans on.
Right, and you can't talk to Peter because it's just hearing the fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just sort of
just sitting there, just trying to conserve energy.
My suit is this weird thing where it's like an insulated like coffee holder, where like somehow if it's hot, then it gets hot, and if it's cold, it gets colder. Like it somehow adjusts to the temperature and intensifies whatever condition it is.
Right. Yeah.
Yours is just always hot. Mine is almost like it's got some weird thermal thing where it just like it amps up whatever the external temperature is.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know why. Because it's like thin, but it doesn't breathe at all. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to us, but that's what it is.
Yeah. But anyway, that's costumes.
I'll say the one thing that I feel like has gotten easier, and I don't know if you feel this way, is just the process of putting it on, taking it off. Like being in it still remains difficult, but you start to learn tricks about like how quickly can I. When they're saying like, look, we're checking the gate, we might be good on this scene, and you're already like, I know the pre-removal things. I can loosen this up a little bit. I can be at the ready, so that the second you just like you shimmy out of it. I have like this little romper they made for me. I look at like it's like a little like baby onesie that I wear underneath it, and I just like, shimmy off, and then I walk around in what looks like my pajamas.
I just want to get a shotgun at the end of the day, blast it to pieces.
Sounds like a really great experience.
It's fun.
Sounds like it's really amped to be.
No, when we're actually doing the scene,
the acting is great.
It's great.
That's the toughest thing is the toughest thing is staying in the costume in between takes. You know, like, or when you're getting ready for a scene or whatever it is. The downtime in the costume is harder. When we're actually acting, you can sort of put all the energy of your frustration towards the costume into the scene. And then the second they call cut, you're just like, you just feel all the tension from it. That's a good positive way to put it, right?
Okay.
Question, okay.
Make it a really big, open-ended one. Oh, great.
Do you think human nature is inherently good or evil? Your characters.
I don't know. I was going to say, who's the guy, Miyazaki, the head of Studio Ghibli?
Mm-hmm.
He has a thing about, like, there are no people aren't purely good, and we're all different shades of good and evil, and I was thinking that, but maybe, I don't know, we're like carnivores. We're kind of, I would say we're ultimately selfish, and like
selfish is the word I would use.
We're like, I would say humans are inherently evil, and it's just that's how to become like civilized and kind, and that's what humanity is.
I think we're right. We're still innately like selfish and survivalists. And so in tough times, people I think become worse. I mean, we see that now. Where like on all sides, people are just so angry. It's very clearly a time where no one's happy, even the people who are kind of in power. So you see a lot more self-preservation, which then I think leads to, if not evil, at least non-good.
Non-good, yes.
Right. But I also feel
I was thinking exactly the same. Actually.
I feel like if people are not threatened, they often default back to being good. It's when they're in a corner that behavior can get rough, and I think the difference between the good people and the bad people is the people who put the energy into, I know I feel bad, but I'm going to try to be nice to everyone still. Versus the people who are like, I'm going to take it out on everybody. And get myself elected president. Make you all pay. I'm talking about someone very vegan oblique.
Thanks.
Yeah.